Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another bonus episode of the Q for You podcast. My name is Mia Fran. I'm one of your hosts, and I'm all joined by my lovely co-hosts. Intro-
Hello.
Introduce yourselves. Who are you people?
Oh, can you tell it's been a while since we recorded?
Yes.
Anyways, my name is Chantal or Marshmallow Love Over on YouTube.
And I'm Erica, Sakura08 on Twitter.
Yay! So we've got the whole crew here, and we're really excited because today's bonus episode is about the Utapri movie, Maji Love Kingdom. Forewarned everyone, before you listen to anything else, there will be spoilers. I know it's a concert movie, so there's not really like spoilers, but if you still haven't seen it at this point, we're gonna spoil it for you. So do not pass go.
Sorry.
Yeah, if you really don't want to know and you're waiting for like a DVD release or whatever, don't listen to the rest of this video.
Until after that comes out.
Yeah, exactly. So
Mhm.
we're gonna be talking about the Utapri movie. We've all seen it at this point now, so it's safe to talk about it. It's already 2020. It's been months since we've all seen it. We'll talk about what we remember. Just kidding. I remember pretty much mostly everything. Anyway, so I guess we should just start off by like, I don't know, our general thoughts, I guess.
I think, yeah, we should go that way.
Okay. Well, whoever wants to start can go ahead and start. Guess maybe Erica, you should start because we haven't heard your thoughts really yet as of yet. Like Chantal and I have kind of already talked about it, so I'm kind of curious to hear what you have to say.
It's been like 5 months. It's been a long time. Well, I saw the movie at a convention here where I live on Labor Day weekend. I thought it was pretty good. The amount of people we had a large room. We had a pretty good crowd of people, and it was loud. Like they could hear us all the way downstairs, like from where it was. So
Oh, dang.
yeah, like it's been a while. Like I said, I don't remember a lot. I mean, I know what happens in the movie, but like otherwise, other things that have happened, I don't really remember much of it.
So like your experience or anything. Well, what was the experience like there? Like at a
Uh,
at the con you were at?
well, I've been to this con before. It's pretty fun, but at first I didn't know. Like I was just waiting to see what till the movie started, and I saw people lining up. I didn't know where the movie was gonna be. I just was walking around. Is this line it? I don't know. And I kept asking. I kind of like finally asked somebody. I was like, "Is this the line for the Uther movie?" They're like, "Yeah." And I was like, oh, "Okay." No, I was just checking. And I was like, so we waited for like I don't know, like the movie was at 2 something.
So you had like a late afternoon
Yeah.
showing. Well,
I
that's
went
not
for
super late, but
I only went for the day. It was a Sunday, so I only went for the day. That was the only day they had it. So.
oh dang, well, that sounds fun. Did you like?
Mhm.
Did you go with anybody, or you're just like doing it solo?
I went by myself.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So I went by myself for the day, and then just watched the movie. Like screamed with everybody else that was there. It was kind of like I don't know. It was just weird because I was there by myself, but like, but there was a lot of cool people there. There were a lot of cosplayers.
Ooh.
There was a not what was it? Who was there? I think there was a Haruka. I didn't see her. I think I missed her. Or them, whoever it was. And then I think there was a Masato and there was a Natsuki and I think a Ren. I don't know. It's been forever, so I don't remember much of anything. There was a lot of people with Ida bags and
Mm.
people playing songs and stuff outside, like waiting for the thing to start. So.
Typical Utapri fans.
Mm-hmm.
So it sounds fun. I
I mean,
wish.
as we start talking, I'll kind of start trying to remember things that happen, and I'll kind of like say
Yeah,
them. But
it's all good. It's all good. I know it's been a while since I've seen it, like just in theaters too. So
I didn't go. They
like,
had it in my theater, but I never had a chance to see it because the theater that they had it was like way across town.
oh yeah,
So like I
Mm.
didn't. It was in where I live is the town. The city's huge, so like I
yeah,
don't want to drive all the way over there or have somebody drive me all the way over there.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Well, that sounds fun. Still sounds fun. Big good
It was fun.
experience. I'm glad you got to see it first at a con.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, a lot of people, their first experience with this is just, like, in the movie theater. So it's, like, a smaller crowd. It's not, like, I feel like in the movie theaters, people feel kind of weird
Yeah.
here, like, in the States, like, or in the West,
Yeah.
like, cheering and stuff for, like, these kinds of movies just because, like, I mean, we
Just
have...
they're not used to it.
Yeah,
They're
I
not.
mean, like, we
It's
have, like, Alamo Drafthouse and stuff, which is where I saw the Utapri movie in theaters.
well.
And, like,
Yeah.
they have their own events where you can, like,
Yeah.
sing along and stuff. But,
Mm-hmm.
like, I feel like that's more like a niche kind of thing with theaters here. Where
Yeah.
it's like...
Yeah, and I think it's like a thing where you have to be where you want to do it. Where like people want to like when they have things like that. Where they what do they call like rowdy screenings or what they're called?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Where people want to like scream and cheer and all that stuff, but they also have to be courteous to the people that aren't there for that. So they are like kind of like holding back. I
Yeah.
guess.
Which is why I liked the con experience a little bit more, just because,
Yeah.
like, you're in a giant room of other screaming people, and it's okay to scream. Like, you're allowed to. You can, like,
Yeah.
sing as loud as you want and whatever, and wave your
Mhm.
glow sticks, all crazy and shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's good. I'm glad that was your first experience. Well, I'm glad that was your experience with it. Just because, like I said, a lot of people, the first time they saw it was, like, just in theaters. Which, I mean, that's not a bad first experience with the movie.
Mm-mm.
But nothing beats
Oh.
sitting in that giant, like, ballroom of people. Like,
Yeah.
where everybody, like, it's not like like, in the theater, like, I took my mom with me. Because, like, I had a friend who was supposed to go with me, and then she couldn't. As well, and, like, I wanted my brother to come with me because I forced him to watch all 4 seasons of Uchpri. And so, like, I wanted him to come with me, but he was out of town that weekend when it was showing, so my mom agreed to go with me. And so then, like, my friend's ticket I had to give to, like, somebody else. I had to, like, look on Facebook for someone to take it, pretty much. And someone did, and they paid me back for the ticket, so that was nice. I feel like with, like, the con experience, it's more like, oh, I'm here with, like, every person sitting in here wants to be here and, like, wants to scream their head off. Whereas, like, I took my mom with me, and my mom, like, my mom falls asleep in the movies all the time. And she did kind of fall asleep a little bit, and I had to, like, wake her, like, nudge her awake, and I was like, Mother, like...
You're like, Mom, wake up.
How are you not enjoying this? What's on the screen? What the hell? I will say, my mom thought that Ren and Vaughn were really cute. Like, they first showed up on the screen. She was like, "Oh, he's cute. Oh, he's cute too." And I was like, "Wow, mom, you have really good taste. You just so happen to pick the 2 orange boys." And she thought Ranmaru's voice was nice and deep, and I was like, "Yeah." So does everyone else. So, my mom did a good job. And then, like, I think I asked her, like, where's my favorite mom? And she had, like, pointed, like, she knows who Tokia is. Like, I feel like my mom knows, like, what he looks like, obviously.
She's like the one in the purple.
Yeah, but I don't think she doesn't know his name. But, like, my brother knows all that shit.
Yeah.
But he wasn't there, so I'm waiting to get the DVD or Blu-ray so I can show it, force him to watch it too, and make him sing along with me. Anyway, that was basically my experience, like, in the movie theater. Like, I went in, there wasn't a lot of people. Like, I kept checking every day after I bought the tickets to see if other people had bought it, because I was like, you know what, if I'm the only person in there, I don't give a shit, like, whatever. Like, who cares? I'm gonna be, like, singing and screaming and whatever. But there were people there, and I even, like, asked them, I was like, I brought glow sticks to share with people. I went to Party City and bought glow sticks, and I was like, okay, if you guys want glow sticks for, like, your best boys, here you go. And then, like, my mom was like, she took over, like, the theater. Because I went in and I asked people, I was like, did you guys go to Anime Expo? Like, have you guys seen it before? And they're all like, no. So I was like, okay, I got y'all. Like, I kind of did like, take it out. Not really, but, I mean, I made new Utapri friends in my area, which was nice. Now we all, like, follow each other on Twitter.
Same with me. Somebody that was there at the thing, I found them on Twitter and I, like, messaged them and said, oh, because we talked about she has the actual glow sticks.
Mm-hmm.
So I noticed she did, and I asked her about them, and she said, I said, oh, those are so cool. And she has, like, the Maji Love Kingdom ones.
Mm-hmm.
So I asked her about those, and then I found her on Twitter, and then, like, I told her, like, it was nice meeting you, blah, 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 and all that stuff, and then now we follow each other on Twitter now, so it's good.
Yay, Utapri's bringing people together. So, Chantal, what was your theater experience like?
I dragged my friend along with me and she had no idea what she was getting into, and I didn't tell her either because I was like, I'm gonna scare her away if I tell her what it is.
Yeah, it's a little intimidating, I think.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I agree. Like, I liked better the con experience more than I did the theater experience, just because the theater was like a little bit more quiet, I guess, a little bit more chill.
Yeah.
So, and then everybody was like spread out. There was like a little bit of people, but like they were
Everybody
there.
was all over the place. They were just,
Yeah.
like, in different
Yeah,
spots.
yeah, because like with the con, I'm sure it was the same with you, Erica, at the con. Like, we're all next to each other. We're all like sandwiched in between each other. Like the rows are full of people with the like a con in a ballroom. Like the movie theater, like everyone's more spread out because it's like, you know, I don't know those people. I'm not gonna sit next to them. Obviously, my ticket is not for that seat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched it at where was it? Studio Movie Girl here in Arlington, and I was gonna drag my real life husband. But when I told him, he was like, "Is it that one anime?" And I was like, "Yes." He's like, "Yeah, no, I'm gonna pass." He's
No.
like, "A hard pass."
Oh.
Because the only reason he said that is because I dragged him to go see the Free movie, and he
Oh.
fell asleep halfway through.
Oh.
And even then, I feel like my experience with the Free movie was way more like rowdy
Yeah,
and excited versus with Free. I don't know. Maybe it's also because like here where I live, they had like so many showings here in Arlington, and then on top of that, they also had some in Dallas, and then like a few hours away from me. So I was like, it's basically where I lived here, accessible in every freaking city that you can think of.
Yeah, or I feel like the more popular stuff like that. Like I'm sure when the new My Hero Academia movie comes out, oh my god, that theater's gonna be full of people.
Oh yeah.
When it comes here, I know for sure. I told my brother, I was like, you're gonna have to, because he knows the people at Alamo Draft House, because he kind of like hosts movies there. I was like, tell them to tell you when they're gonna have tickets go on sale, because then I'm gonna have to buy that shit as soon as it goes on sale, because I know people are gonna that's gonna sell out. Whereas and that'll have multiple showings. Whereas with Utapri, like I was just happy we got one showing here.
Yeah, same.
In fucking El Paso.
We got one con showing here where I live, and then we got an extra showing at a movie theater. I was just surprised by that, to be honest.
I was kind of disappointed we only got one here, because I was like, man, like come on, at least do 2 showings in one day.
Yeah.
Because then I'll buy tickets to go see it again.
Yeah. And the one thing I found weird when I looked at the movie site or whatever, there was like a billion showings in like Arizona and like other places, but like there's only a few in Texas. I'm like,
yeah, which I thought was weird because like Sentai is based in Texas.
Yes.
Especially like I was surprised at the smaller amount of showings in East Texas where y'all are, because like I said, that's like Sentai's over there.
Yeah, it's
like,
near us.
Yeah. Like, just so y'all know who are listening, we all live in Texas, but I live in West Texas. I live in the little teeny tippy tip corner in El Paso. That's where I live. So, like, I'm far as hell away from everyone else. We're in the city that nobody remembers as part of Texas, as I like to say. But all 3 of us, we live in Texas, but, like, Chantal and Erica live in East Texas, where all the big cities are. I mean, El Paso's a big city, but it's not as big as like Houston or Dallas or Austin or San Antonio. But I was just happy we got one. Again, I'm kind of pissed though, because I wanted at least like another showing like a week later or something, you know, give more people like a chance to like see it, or like give me a chance to like share the fuck out of the posting, because I barely saw like the Alamo Draft House posting it on Facebook, like the event and like the picture for it on Facebook, like a few days before it was gonna happen, when I had already bought tickets like days before that. So I was like, y'all need to step up your announcement game.
Yeah, I think that's also why, I guess, since they're afraid of how well it's gonna do or how bad it's gonna do.
I mean, it just counts on the marketing, because they just think just give them a little bit of showing, because they don't know how big of a fandom like the Utopia people are.
See, and
so
like
they're just, I guess they're just being careful of,
yeah.
Like, you know.
I mean, if we were all begging for like multiple showings, clearly there is a consumer want for more of this. And that's just like with these kind of like idol shows in general. I feel like it shows like the companies and everything, like, yo, there's a market here for that. Like, if you just give us the opportunity to
show you.
yeah, like,
Yeah.
you know, like,
But, I mean, I like now, like the past few seasons of like just anime, like the anime seasons in general. I'm really happy to see that there's more idol shows being dubbed and just subbed in general, like from Funimation, from like
yeah,
Sentai, from like everybody.
yeah.
I just, you know, I just think that's really cool that they're kind of seeing that there's a market for this fandom of people, and like if you give it to us, we will take it. So, I mean,
Yeah, which is why I'm waiting for the Sentai release of the movie instead of just buying a DVD from Japan.
yeah,
Also because
same.
I want the subtitles,
Yeah.
and the Japanese DVD won't have subtitles,
Yeah.
obviously. Those are our general thoughts on like our experiences. Now let's just talk about the movie. So, we're getting into actual spoilers now.
Spoilers.
So,
Spoilers.
if you guys really don't want to hear what happens in this concert movie, then click off this video now. So, um, I I really like the movie. Like, I like the visuals. I like, I was kind of skeptical about like the 3D shit because like in
Yeah.
the PV, I remember like in my reaction video to the PV, I was like, what the hell was that dance move? Like, why did it look weird? But in context of like the actual movie, no, it's good. It's good. It's good animation. It's basically, here's the short synopsis of the Utapri movie. It's basically an Utapri live, but with the actual characters and not the Seiyu. There you go. That's it. That's the movie.
That's the movie.
I mean, it doesn't really need a plot because I like the anime doesn't really have like a plot because they kind
Yeah.
of like abandon the game stories for people, like the character stories. They kind of like abandoned all of that like as the seasons went on anyway. It was more just about like we're gonna sing a song every episode and it's a different character every episode that gets a new song, whatever. And also, oh Haruka, I love you, but I don't love you because I'm not gonna tell you I love you. I love your songs, but that merely means I love you.
I just love music.
Yeah. And Haruka saying, I can't love anyone else right now. I'm in love with music and composing music.
Music.
At least that's what she tells Vaughn when he's like, let's go out. And she's like, I can't right now. Kind of more focusing on music. Sorry. And he's just like, all right.
Rejected.
Yeah, rejected.
At least he tried. A
Yeah,
for
at least
effort.
he was the only one
Yeah.
that actually tried. But I really like the movie. It's fun.
Mhm.
Again, I feel like it's more of an experience to like experience it in a crowd of people. Because like I feel like if I watched it by myself, it would
It
not
wouldn't
be
feel
as
the
fun.
same.
Yeah, it wouldn't feel the same. Like when I finally get the DVD, I'm gonna make my brother watch it with me so I can watch it with somebody. Because I'll feel like kind of a I don't know. I personally will feel like all lonely and kind of like a loserish watching it by myself.
Yeah.
Where where someone like someone
I
is
mean,
like walking in on me
yeah.
like, what the hell are you doing? Like I'm trying to enjoy this for
Yeah,
myself.
but I mean, like, if there was a way for us to watch it with you, we would. But
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. I'm sure in the future at some point we'll all be at a con together and we can hang out in a room and watch the movie and cry and scream and all that.
and we can
good
watch
stuff.
the movie and the lives and all that stuff. We can do
Yeah.
all that stuff. Just like hang on.
But like I feel like it's just a movie you need to experience with other people, like not by
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's a unique experience. I could say that.
Because also it's fun getting to like hear them say like cute things to the audience because you're like, oh no, they're talking directly to me.
Yeah.
They're talking to us. Oh my god, that was so cute. Ah, I'm screaming. Oh my god, they said something really cute. Blah blah blah. When is my favorite boy gonna say something? So what was like y'all's favorite part of the movie, or like your favorite? Like maybe like your not maybe your favorite part, but like I guess since we're spoiling the movie, I guess we can just do it linearly. In the way it happens. I think one part I really liked was the very beginning. Like they don't show you anything. Like they give you little hints of everything that's gonna happen. Like you see just like their shoes, and like just seeing their shoes is like,
Yeah.
holy shit! Like oh my god, they're right there.
Yeah, because when that happened, like everybody was screaming, like,
Mhm.
and as soon as they just were walking, like people were like, ah, like freaking out, like all the time. It was like, I don't know, like it was cool.
Yeah, and that's why I like the con experience because it kind of enhances the movie. Because it's like you're saying like, oh my god, there they are, they're there, oh my god, oh my god, I don't know how else to describe it. I
Yeah.
had the thought and now I don't remember what I was gonna say. I guess the anticipation, because it's like, oh, it's their shoes, like who's that, like, oh, that's Starish, or like, oh, that's Quartz Next, there's only 4 of them. Like, oh, that's probably Heavens. Like, I like how you could tell like who, like you could kind of tell who was who by just the way they're like standing, or like how they're walking. Like I like that. Like we all know their personalities so well at this point that it's like, oh, that's so and so. And of course when Ren picks up like the handkerchief, everyone lost their shit too.
Oh yeah, because you can see him
you can
clearly.
see, yeah, you could like see like his hair, and so we're like, oh shit, that was cool. But I like it's like a sneak peek, like a sneak preview, and then they like have the title cards and they show everybody, and then everyone screams for their favorite boy.
Yeah, like the whole con experience was really like it was cool, but for me it was awkward because I was like, I don't know anybody, I didn't know anybody yet. Like it was cool to be around those fans, but it's just like kind of awkward at the same time because I was like, I don't do this myself, so
yeah,
it's but I really did enjoy it, and I was like, at the beginning I wasn't really like, I was afraid to like scream or like cheer, but like as the movie went on, I got comfortable with it. Like I was like, I think everybody else was. So, I mean,
yeah, I feel like like a couple minutes in, it was like kind of like, oh god, like I don't know if I want to scream this loud. But then by the time like the first song starts, it's like, you know what? I'm just gonna let loose and I'm gonna scream and sing and do whatever because like no one's judging me here. We're all fans. We're all gonna scream or like, which is why I like concerts in general because it's like I'm here with people who want to be here and like people who are gonna know the songs like I know the songs or not. Like if it's more new stuff. And that's why I liked the beginning of the movie, and then like we get into the songs. Which is what is it like, Chantal? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean like the con. I think what also like helped us scream and go crazy is because we knew Terashima and Mamoru Miyano were like in the back listening.
Yeah.
Oh,
so that also
like somewhere in the. I thought they would be like somewhere in the front. Like
they were backstage, I think. Like they weren't. They didn't watch it with us. Like I think they were like chilling.
Yeah, I mean, I figured they probably wouldn't watch it with you guys, but I thought if they were gonna put them somewhere, that they would put them at a table at the front.
Oh no, we would be like.
I wouldn't know I wouldn't know what to look at, the screen or them. It would distract me from the movie. Yeah, I think they were backstage. But, I mean, they could probably hear us. I mean, I'm pretty sure the whole goddamn con could hear it. Well, we were in a separate hotel, but still.
Yeah, it was at the hotel next to the con, basically, because they have, like, a whole separate room for that. Like, the whole Anime Expo is confusing, so... anyway.
But yeah, no, that you bring up a good point. Yeah, knowing that they're back there, it's like, of course I gotta scream my last, let them know that I love Utsupri and I love them.
Yeah, especially because I've been wanting to see Mamoru Miyano for so long. Since maybe I think when I went to go see Old Codex, which oh my Jesus, that was maybe like 3 years ago, 4 years ago at least. That was in 2016.
Well, it's 4 years ago now. It's 2020.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So yeah, I've been waiting for Anime Expo to bring him in and nearly passing out, not having to eat all day.
I know. We like.
Oh my god.
We didn't eat anything that morning. I don't think. Maybe like a snack, but we drank water, so that's good. We're hydrated.
Yeah. So there's that experience. And then at the movie theater, I feel like I was the only one screaming. Like, nobody was screaming at the, like...
Yeah, dude, same. I was like, well, I guess because I knew what was going to happen.
Yeah.
So, like, it was awkward for me to, like, scream stuff out loud, but I was like, you know what? If I don't do it, nobody's gonna do it. So like I might as well just like go all out.
Start the domino effect.
Yeah, just go all out and do it. I mean, it was okay.
Yeah. I need more people to hype me up, man.
Well, yeah, it's like the same thing as like I said with like going to a regular concert. Like I can watch footage of a Panic at the Disco concert and get all excited and shit.
Yeah, sing along and all that stuff.
Yeah, but like it's not the same as me standing in this big ass arena surrounded by other people who are there to see the band, and we're all screaming the lyrics. That's why I like the con experience. And that's, like, these movies were made for, like, experiences like that. Like, I know they're more popular in Japan, like, in general, obviously. Like, those theater seats are gonna be full of people, regardless of, like, the franchise or whatever it is. Especially, we had to, like, let them know at that very beginning part, like, no, we're serious here. We're all of us in this room. We're serious here. Like, we want you guys to know. Also, thank you, Sentai. I'm just gonna say that, like, for the rest of my life. Thank you, Sentai Filmworks.
Yes, thank you.
So, yeah, so that's, like, the beginning of the movie, where, like, they introduce them, like, showing, like, their shoes. They get on this train. You see all the boys in each group. And then this train magically, like, gets to the stage. And there's a crowd of glow sticks all over the place. And and that's the audience. And then they just start singing. They sing their 3 different, like, introduction songs. And, like, those songs are alright. They're not the best songs. They're
What
okay.
were the first 3 songs? I can't
was the-
remember.
So,
That's the
okay.
prelude?
I
Yeah,
remember
so, like,
the
you have, like,
Heavens
yeah,
one.
so the first one...
Gira, something. Was it that?
Yeah,
I don't know.
that one, yeah, it's... what is this called? I'm gonna look it up. The first one is Fantastic Prelude by Starish. I don't remember if
that
these are
being
in
a
order.
basic Starish song.
Yeah, it's basic. It's really basic.
yeah.
I don't
That's
remember.
the best way I can describe that.
Yeah,
I agree.
it's all right.
Yeah.
It's not the best Starish. It's like an intro. Like I said, it's like the intro song. Like, here we are, we're Starish. Hey, what's
Welcome
up?
to the concert.
Yeah,
Hi.
and then you have The World Is Mine, which is the Quartet Night one.
Yes.
That one is really good.
Good. It's good.
Again, basic Quartet Night song.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Heavens one is Gira Gira 7, which I really like that one. That
I
one,
do too.
that one is like a lot of fun.
I have. Oh my god.
Yeah, yeah, that one is good. That one's fun.
It says like a jazzy.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like really jazzy and like you can snap your fingers to it.
Yeah.
So like we have those 3 introductory songs. They're alright. They're fine. We don't really get into like the meat of the concert till after they talk for like 10 minutes.
Just like a regular thing.
Which is just the regular, like what happens in the lives, just like the saves. They talk for like, well, in the lives they have like 4 hours to perform this shit. The movie is not that long. So it's like a condensed kind of version of like them talking. But yeah, usually in the regular lives, they'll talk for like 20 or 30 minutes about something in Japanese. I don't know what they're saying because a lot of people don't fan sub these lives. So it's hard to like... They'll fan sub clips, but not like...
Yeah, not the full time.
So that's also why I'm waiting for the Sentai release, because they're going to give me subtitles, so I know what the hell they're saying. Basically, the first part, when they're talking, it's all the 3 groups. They're like, hey, welcome to Maji Love Kingdom. This is our big concert. And all 3 groups, we all decided after the Triple S Decisive concert that we should all work together and put on a big show. And so this is what it is. It's Maji Love Kingdom. You're all citizens of the kingdom, which I thought was really cute.
Mm-hmm.
They like make you... Yeah.
Is that what they call us? Is that what we are? I don't know.
Like, you know, I saw online somewhere where someone was like, you know, every fandom has like their name, but like what are the Utsupri fandom? A lot of people say princesses, but that doesn't really matter to me.
I don't know. I remember that too. I saw that and I was like, what are we then?
I mean, if that's what we are, that I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Princes and princesses. Everyone has their own way of addressing the audience. But
okay, back to your story.
Yeah. But I liked the element of them like saying, okay, now you're gonna pledge that you're all citizens of this Maji Love Kingdom. So you have to like that's like audience participation. So you have to like say the little thing that they say or whatever. And it's like, you're now honorary citizens.
The
cool.
pledge.
Yeah, whatever the pledge is. I forget what it was. I don't remember.
I don't remember. I just know the song. And some of the parts that happen like in between a little bit, but I don't remember like every little detail of it.
Yeah. So that happens, and it's cute, and they all like have their own little personal introduction, whatever. It's like, it's cute. You get your best boy. They say something nice about something. I don't know.
Oh, wait, there was something I wanted to say about those introductions, like when everybody was like introducing themselves, like everybody screamed for everybody, and then when they got to Masato, there's somebody that was at my thing. They kept saying like, you know, when they're spelling out stars in the, I don't know which one, if it's the first or second opening. And
in 2000%.
Yeah. And like, I want your blah, blah. And then somebody was like, I want your age, and they were just yelling it like across everybody. Everybody started like busting out laughing. I was like, wow. I was laughing too.
I mean, I feel like, that's... well, that person had the opportunity to say it. Their best boy was talking, so...
Mm-hmm. It was funny. It made everybody laugh, though. It was funny, though.
That is really funny. I don't remember if anything happened like that. I mean, other than, like, trying to see, like, oh, who's popular in this crowd?
Yeah.
Who's the most popular?
And who did you kind of guess?
From what I remember, A lot of people screamed for Show. A lot of people screamed for Tokia. Duh. Well, I mean, we did.
Yeah.
But also, I think it's because Mama Miana's there, so it's like,
Yeah.
we gonna scream for your character the most. Who else do they scream for?
I know Otoya because
Well, yeah.
Kirishima was like in the
Yeah.
back.
Yeah. I'm trying to think
From I think it was Seshel too. There was a
Wow.
buttload
yeah,
of
there was like a lot of people
Seshels.
obsessed.
Special fans.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've never seen so many Seshel Ida bags
Yeah.
and cosplayers in my life.
I know.
Whoa.
In one place. I think Ren too got a lot of screams. I screamed for him because I like him.
I would have. And I did.
I'm trying to think like Quartet Night. Ron Maru, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Oh, but one thing I also remember was I think that during the weekend MyCon was having the movie, it was one of the brothers' birthdays. Who was it? Aichi? I think it was Aichi's birthday. And every time he came up, they were like, like doing that thing.
Oh, where he says like E.
Yeah, whatever it was. Every
Mhm.
time. I was like, I guess. And they're like, happy birthday. And they, telling him happy
Dude,
birthday.
I remember the first time he said E in the movie, everyone fucking laughed.
We all said it together.
And we all
with
said it
him.
together too.
Yeah, it happened to us too.
That was really funny.
Yeah.
And when
Like, happy
Camia
birthday.
said Gumin,
Oh yeah,
Everybody freaked out.
yeah, Kami said Gumi, like, yeah.
we all said Gumin, and we were like, yes.
Yes.
I mean, if you watch the lives, god damn, the crowd, whenever he says Gumin at them, holy shit, they scream their fucking asses off.
Yeah. So like, yeah, everybody was like, happy birthday, Aichi, happy birthday, and like doing the E thing all the time. And that was funny. I like that part.
Oh man. So yeah, I mean, yeah, popularity-wise, I feel like the ones you think would get the most screams, they got the most screams. The loudest screams, I think. Because there was a lot of Tokia and Otsuya cosplayers at Anime Expo.
A good reason,
For good
because
reason, yeah.
Yeah.
So then, like, yeah, they have all their little introductions and shit, whatever. They're like, hey, I love you in your own way or whatever. And then the songs just start playing. Well, like, they say, like, okay, first up, Ivan and Ote, you guys gotta go get ready, because you guys are up first. And then everyone loses their shit. Because, like, oh my god. Because the songs came out, like, right before the movie.
Yeah.
yeah,
So, like, people... Well, I didn't know what any of them sounded like, really.
me neither.
Like, I barely listened to, like, all of them, like, right before Anime Expo.
Yeah.
But I'm sure more people had already, like, listened to the songs somehow. But then, like, that's, like, as soon as they're done talking, it's, like, the first song starts, which is, Up, Down, Up.
Up, down, up.
Which is a really good song. I like that song a lot.
This one is actually my favorite.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this one
And-
is my
And
My
why is
favorite.
it your favorite,
What?
Chantal?
I
Oh,
really like
why?
like I like I'm so sorry Tokyo, but like it just doesn't like the Tokyo song doesn't like get me
Do
there
anything.
as much as this one for me
Yeah.
personally. So that's why I was like a little bit bummed out with Tokyo song. Like it's not my favorite, but at the same time this one has two of my best boys.
Mm.
So that's probably why.
Yeah. Who was in this one? It was Otea, I, and
Vaughn.
Van. Okay.
hmm
I really like the song too. It's
Yeah.
fun. I like the calls that you can do
Mm.
in the song.
Yeah.
When you say like "you make me hot" or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, damn. Some of the lyrics in these songs, I'm like, oh shit.
You're like,
I mean,
wow.
Yeah. I'm like, wow, Utsupri, you're getting real
More bold.
more bold, more adult, I guess. I mean, most of the boys, almost all of the boys are all adult age at this point in time.
Mm.
Except Nagi, who's still, like, a child.
hmm
Is he still, like, 14 or whatever?
Mm.
I think he's the only underage person at this point. Well, whatever, it doesn't matter.
I don't know.
Whatever. Point is, like, damn. Yeah, I liked, their dance moves. I didn't really, their outfits are, like, they're alright.
hmm I just
But-
like how they popped out, like
Yeah.
like how you say like toasters.
Yes, like a toast. Yeah, like in a toaster.
I totally forgot about that.
And when Vaughn carries Ultia like a
Like a
princess.
princess.
Yes.
I remember we all went
and then I said
crazy for
something,
that.
and he's like, I don't know what I said, I forgot, but like, I made a joke about it. I was like,
Oh yeah, because I was saying how both Vaughn and Otaya were like on the same wavelength, and how he had
oh,
to keep them like refocusing because they kept getting like distracted and off topic.
Yeah.
And I think it was Vaughn who said that. He's like, "Well, you were the one that made the suggestion of the princess style," and I was like, "Oh shit."
got caught. Yeah, so like, oh my gosh, that was funny. I, yeah, all this is like coming back to me now. Like, it's been forever. So, yeah. So thank God we're doing this because I wouldn't have remembered it until like.
Yeah, you have
Yeah.
to wait till you get your copy of the movie whenever the hell that happens.
Yeah.
In 4 months or whatever. Yeah, so that song is fun. I like when I did this in my reaction video where I showed like the screenshot of like because they throw Otsuya at the screen.
Oh, that's
And
right.
just like his face made me laugh so much. Like like I don't know why but I like the song. It's very upbeat, it's very fun.
It's bouncy.
It's
like
very yeah, it's really bouncy. That's a good word to describe it. It's really bouncy. So that song happens and then the second song is Egoistic, I think.
Is it?
I think it is. Ooh.
I don't remember.
Ooh. Everyone lost their shit when that fucking birdcage gets revealed. All in that weird like bondage shit or whatever. Like,
Mhm.
Yeah.
damn, dude. Like to the point where people were drawing fan art of everybody
Everybody
else in those costumes. We are
Yeah.
thirsty as hell.
Yeah.
We are
And then this
thirsty.
one was Ramaru, Natsuki, and
H.E.
Oh god,
Mr. E.
E.
Yeah, E. This song is good too. I like
Yeah.
they
I like this one, and I think they purposely paired up Ramaru's and Natsuki's seiyus just because they both have their own rock band.
Yes, I think so too.
I think, well, the whole fandom has been wanting these two in particular to get together, like to sing like with their bands. So like this is as close as we're gonna get.
Probably.
Yeah.
So I was perfectly fine. I love this one. It's just like what you would expect because, you know, Ranmaru, and then knowing who their seiyu is,
Yeah.
it's like a super rock themed.
Yeah.
It's very like heavy.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a lot of like rock influence, like guitars and drums and stuff. Like it's really heavy kind of stuff, but it's still really fun. And then like seeing the walls of like the birdcage fall down, it's like, oh shit, like oh damn, dude.
It's like a mix of it's like you said, it's a very like rock oriented, and it's like it's kind of like I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why I want to say like sultry, but it's not really sultry.
No, I think sultry is a good word too.
It's like, it's
very sensual.
Yes, like something like that.
It's like it's like a sexy kind of thing. It's a very sexy song.
The outfits don't help either.
Yeah, the outfits don't help with like with not perpetuating that like image. Like yeah, it's kind of weird because it's like like why those outfits? Like, what does that have to do with being in a cage? I guess it doesn't really matter, because they're wearing leathery looking, bondagey looking shit.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, belting out the lyrics.
Yeah, but that song was good.
That one is really good.
Like, aesthetics aside, that song was good.
Yeah. They know how to write the songs over there at Elements Garden. Good job. Nice job. Y'all utilize their voices very well. And then the third song is Feather in the Hand.
I thought it was pretty.
Which is the pretty, yeah, I was gonna say, it's the very pretty, it's the pretty song.
It's pretty.
It's like, all three of them have very pretty voices. So, like, clearly they all got, like, grouped together.
Mm-hmm. I feel like Tokyo should have been in this song.
Yeah, Tokyo would have been.
They should have switched them out with somebody else.
I feel like they should have switched them out with Camius, but then again, he wouldn't make sense to be with Sesho and
maybe Eiichi,
the other one.
Other boy.
But
but then I think about Mighty Aura and their like vocals in that song, and I'm like, nah, you could have either of them. The purple boys in there. It doesn't really matter.
The only reason why I'm saying that is just because Masa has a really nice voice. And then just if you would have added Mamoru Miyano to that one, I would have maybe liked that one just way more.
Yeah.
because this one I like no offense to this one, but it's kind of forgettable, especially if you don't like they're not really my favorite. I don't like
If
this
they're
whole
not,
group.
yeah, if they're not your favorite boys.
Yeah. I only like one out of the three in that group, in that trio of people.
Because they all have really good singing voices,
Yeah.
especially Ima Uchida. Oh my gosh, I love him so much.
I know, damn, he's like his voice, like I said, like listening to Mighty Aura, and even his solo song on the duet CD is like, oh, it's so good. He has a very lovely voice. But no, it's a pretty song. It's pretty, but like how I did it in my like 12 days of anime, like my last video or whatever, when I rated all the songs and shit. Like did I put in the pretty but plain category? I might have, just because it's like it's pretty, but like it's a new to pre song. Like if it's a pretty song, it's gonna be nice.
It's nice to listen to, but it's not like
it's not something I would gravitate
yes,
towards.
it's not a song I'm gonna replay like 50,000 times in a row. They put the harmonies are really good in there. They put the pretty soft kinds of voices together.
Angelic.
Yes, the really pretty angelic voices. I mean, Momo's voice is there too, but is in the angelic category. But I feel like he has a very wide vocal range, so he can be put anywhere.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
So like this song was the very like angelic kind of thing, and even their costumes, I'm like, all right, that's kind of, what the hell is this song called? It is called Dear Love Troemerai or Troemerai. Dear Love, whatever. It's that song with the lilies and shit.
I remember everybody going nuts for this one.
Yeah, dude.
The costumes were really, really good. It's very dramatic.
Because this one is like, it's a very dramatic song, and this one's like another like sexy song.
And everybody like freaked out when Ren did his hip thing. Like that's what happened with mine. Like at my thing, they were like freaked out. Like when he did the little shimmy thing. Yeah.
I remember freaking out when I saw the preview, when I was watching the PV. I was like, oh shit. I like replayed that part. Yeah, I like replayed that part over and I'm like, oh, I can't wait to see that part in the movie. Yeah, I liked the really like dramatic take they took with this song. Like I liked it. And again, it's like 3 voices I didn't think I wanted to hear together, but it was very nice to hear the 3 of them together.
Daisuke Ono, Shotaro Morikubo, and Junichi Soabe, like it just fits. Like I just really like that song. That one and Egoistic and what's the other one? The Kaleidoscope were my 3 favorite songs out of the trios.
I liked the imagery. You know, like with the flowers and everything, because I'm like, ooh. That's where they're getting like bold and shit. Lilies are very like innocent flowers or whatever. So like, I don't know the whole flower language for that, like the Hanakotoba. I don't know all of that, but a lot of people on Twitter were like, "Oh man, this is like symbolism, guys."
Yeah.
They're taking our innocence.
There's a lot of fan art for the Reiji, for all of them in those robes.
Those like robes, yeah. But that song is nice. I like it. I put it in the pretty but plain category in my video just because like I thought they could do more with it. Like maybe have a more like big part in it, like maybe like make like the bridge part
like a more
something different. I mean, the visuals helped with this song like a lot because they're doing like cool moves and that hip thrust thing, like that was nice. that added to the experience.
Just like with Egoistic though, it's a very like dramatic, like sexy kind of, I don't know, like song. Like it just has that like feeling to it, but it's I don't know, I just really liked it. It's like a subdued sexy though, like it's not like outwardly.
It's very subtle. It's not subtle, but it's less subtle.
It's less so.
I don't know, Chantal, what do you think of this song?
Yeah, this song was just like I barely remember it.
You remember the visuals, and
I remember the visuals, but the song it doesn't click.
Yeah, I agree. It's just like with Feather in the Hand. It's like not really memorable. It's like it's more the visuals are memorable than the song itself.
No, yeah, I remember the song being good, but I can't like sing a part of it off the top of my head like I can with like some of the other songs. because I remember the visuals more than the song.
I think that just in general with me, like the trio songs, I like them, and I really like seeing them in person. I really did like a good majority of them, but me seeing them like whenever they were playing them, I was like, I don't know the lyrics to the song. I don't know what to do. So like,
Yeah, because you're more like watching rather than listening
yeah,
with the movie, because it's like, well, I want to see it. Like, I want to watch them like do
yeah.
their thing. The second time watching it, I was more familiar with all the songs, so I could do the calls better.
Mm-hmm.
But the first time, I was like, oh shit, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to participate well in this. Well, it didn't help the first time at Anime Expo because like the lyrics were wrong.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
they were?
messed up big time.
They were
Like-
doing the translations.
Oh,
It was all in English,
It was
and
all in English instead of the like Romaji.
yeah, when it was,
Our turn to like sing stuff, unless it was supposed to be in English.
so they messed up big time, and I know somebody called them out on them. They were like, "Oopsies, we'll fix that."
Yeah, everyone was confused as hell.
Oh, because everybody wanted the Romanji with the English underneath. Is that what you know, like the.
Well, instead of like the Romaji lyrics, like when we were supposed to like sing stuff, it was just all in English, like the English translation instead of like the
Oh.
actual
Okay.
stuff you would
Mhm.
say. So it was
Yeah.
like, wait, I'm not. That's what I'm supposed to be saying, but like they're still singing in Japanese. Like why?
Yeah,
is this in
like you
English?
would see it, like the literal English translation, but you would hear something else, and you're like, "Oh,
I'm not supposed to-
which one is it?"
Yeah,
you're
it's like,
yeah.
well, thanks for telling me what it means, but like that's not what I'm
I
supposed
don't know
to be
what to
singing.
sing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay, I
then for
get
the
it.
for the movie, like in the theater, it was fixed. So that's what happened. So after that song, we get "Colorfully Spark," which is the cutesy song that is like my least favorite of the songs.
Mm-mm.
Kyun kyun.
Because
Kyun kyun.
I like the kyun kyun part, and actually my
Yeah.
mom liked that part a lot. She was like, "Oh, I liked that song," and I was like, "That's nice, mother." That
That's
song
nice.
had none of the boys you thought were cute in it, but okay.
All I know is that show was in a martini glass or something. So like that's all I know.
Yeah.
But then that would happen. I don't know.
I do not like these outfits.
These outfits were ridiculous.
Yeah, with the polka dots and all that stuff.
Yeah, I don't. It's
It's
too.
They
Nice.
look like they came out of a circus. That's
Yeah.
the best way that I could describe that.
It's too. It's too cutesy for me. I'm not like.
Yeah, I'm not
really-
into cutesy.
It really depends on the song.
I
'Cause
like-
I do like.
yeah.
There are songs I
Cute.
like that are cutesy, but like it
There's
really
a level of
depends.
cutesy that
Yeah.
you can tolerate. That's the same with me. Like I like cutesy, but there's a level of cutesy where I'm like, that's too cutesy for me. I don't know.
Because then at this point, like when we first watched it, I'm like, where the fuck is the Tokia song?
You're like,
Like at this point, I'm like, oh, their song's gonna be fucking last, because like we've seen literally everybody up to this point except the last three boys, and I was like, all right. So when this song was happening, I was like, can it just like finish so I can go to the song I want to see?
Tokia.
Which like that's not fair, obviously. Like you know,
yeah. You're like,
like-
oh.
it was cute to watch. I liked the little character they made or whatever. Like that thing
Yeah.
was cute. And that's not like Utapri didn't have three cutesy mascots before anyway. But it's
The-
all right.
The only thing I remember is that Show finally accepted that he likes to be called cute. That's all I know.
Or he doesn't mind being called.
He doesn't
cute.
mind being called cute, whatever it was. I don't. Yeah.
I'm just
That's-
glad he's
Mhm.
not screaming in this song.
I know.
Yes.
Poor Show, all his songs is just him screaming. It's because I feel like with certain characters for Utapri, like everybody, like certain characters up to like their songs are all like the same, and like I don't want it to be. I don't want Utapri to be that. I don't want it to always be like.
You want
Like,
variation.
Yeah, I want variation because I don't want other people who are outside of the fandom being like, oh, all it is like the same.
She's just Utapri.
Everyone
You're
has
like,
the
"It's
same.
thing."
Everyone's songs are the same. They sound all the same. Like, no, they don't. Like, they really don't. But
There's a range.
I mean, we've come very far in terms of like the songs for Utapri.
Yeah.
Like up to this point, the songs are much different than they were. I mean, if you just listen to all the new solo albums, like,
Oh.
because you start from
Those
the
songs are
beginning.
good.
You start from the beginning all the way to like the new songs, and it's like, oh yeah, like they've changed a little bit at least, but like certain characters like Wisho, why they keep giving him stuff to scream, I don't know. So I mean, this song was a breath of fresh air in terms of
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. And like whenever I play Shining Live, I get freaked out every time he screams. It scares
Whenever
me.
whenever he's your leader boy and you get a
It
full
scares
combo.
me. I'm like,
He always screams at you. He screeches. But I mean, yeah, at least he admitted that, it's okay if he's called cute once in a while. Like, okay, it's not that bad. Honestly, like, yeah, this is like my least favorite song. I don't really care for it that much. It's alright. It's not a bad song. It by no means is this a bad song. Like, the beat's nice. If I'm really in the mood to listen to it, I'll listen to it.
Yeah. And that goes for all the songs, and maybe there are songs that are really, really good, but the songs that we don't particularly like that much, it doesn't mean that they're bad songs. They're just not our taste, I guess. I don't know. They're good songs.
Yeah, so this song's okay. It's alright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's too cutesy, and yeah, I don't like the outfits.
Yeah. I did not, I mean, I kind of expected that
It's
for
like,
show, but I was like...
Yeah, it was like Willy Wonka meets the
Candy.
circus.
Yeah, basically.
Candyland.
Yeah. It's like that. Like, those were their outfits. I'm like, it's... whatever. And then the last song out of all the trios is Kaleidoscope, which I really like. I think Kaleidoscope is my favorite, and I'm gonna say it's because I'm biased, but also I love like the energy of this song a whole lot. It's so much fun.
It's a
like,
pumped up song.
It's super pumped up, and I think all three of their voices sound so good together in this song. Like, I was really surprised. Because I didn't think I was gonna like it that much, because I'm like, okay, I'll probably like it because there's Toki in it, but like, no, I really fucking love this song. I will play this song a million, bajillion, zillion times, over and over and over again.
And this one has Chokia, Cecil, and Shion?
It's Tokia, Cecil, and Yamato.
Oh, Yamato. I don't know why I got Yamato and Shion mixed up.
It's all good. It's been months since we've all seen the movie, so...
Yeah.
But I really like this song. And they fly on fucking hoverboards. How cool is that?
In Heelys. Yeah.
In Heelys! They have Heelys and they fly on hoverboards.
I had
and then they all put their arms around each other while they're flying in the fucking air. It's so cool. I loved watching it. It was like that was because when I saw that in the PV, I was like, oh shit, like that's gonna be my favorite part. Like for sure.
Like Tokia and Heelys on a
and it is one of my favorite parts because I like the visuals and I like how the song builds. It's a really good song like that builds and builds and builds and builds till it gets to the chorus, and then like you just want to like stand up and like dance around. Like that's how I feel when I listen to the song, and I've listened to it a lot. I like watching them fly around, or as Mama would say, whoosh. Which was the cutest thing ever.
That was so cute. Oh, I always think about that.
Yeah. He said that was like his favorite part from the movie.
Once the translator lady was done talking, he would do it.
Yeah. He was going, shh. I think because he said like the reason it was his favorite is because like you can't do that in real life, so it's cool to see it on the screen because it's not something you can actually like really experience.
Yeah.
Since it's animated, I mean you can do anything in animation, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it too. It's a good song. It's probably my favorite. And so then, after that song, then we just get everybody talking, like, one by one, like, the different trios, like, start talking about their, like, experience, like, recording the song and, like, rehearsing and stuff. And, like, I'm trying to think of, like, all, like, the little highlights of what, like, every group said. Like, we kind of already talked about the Up, Down, Up group, because, like, they talked about, like, well, it was Ai's idea to have have me carry Otsuya in princess style or whatever. I don't remember what they talked about in the egoistic group.
I don't remember either.
I guess it wasn't that interesting.
There was something about Kamyu, like they talked about Kamyu in one of the songs.
That was for
Feather in the Hand. They talked about how like AG talked about how like he was kind of like intimidated a little bit.
Yeah, but he didn't want to say.
Yeah. And Kami's like, what are you talking about?
He's like, what did you think about me? And he's just like,
The egoistic group, I don't remember what they talked about.
I don't remember. I know Natsuki talked for a while, and maybe that's why I don't remember.
Did one of them fight? Wasn't there like a fight? Or some type of, I don't know, some kind of argument or fight? I don't know.
Yeah, that was at the end of the movie when all the groups get together.
Oh.
And it's Ranmaru and Camius fighting over nothing, like always. Like, what did we expect?
Fighting over stupid shit.
And that's when he says "Gumi," like, ugh. Jesus.
So I don't remember what the egoistic group talked about. If you guys remember in the comments, let us know, because I
Or on
can't
Twitter. Let us know
recall.
on Twitter if you see it.
I can't recall.
Mm-mm.
Then they and then the the Dear Love group, they do like a dramatic reading or whatever the fuck.
Oh yeah.
Which was
Yeah.
like, man, I'm sure someone wrote a fanfic about that later.
I bet it's out there.
I mean, that's like a rare pairing, Reiji and Ren. Ooh. That was cute. That was kind of funny. And then the Colorfully Spark people, they talk about Show admitting, okay, it's fine if
He
you
was
call me
cute.
cute, I guess.
Yeah.
Being
Yeah.
called cute isn't so bad.
Didn't he like fall or something? Or trip? Or I don't
Yeah,
know.
someone like falls over.
And then they all fall over together.
Yeah, and then Nagi's actually like being a decent human being for once.
Oh,
That
God.
little shit. He's still an annoying child, but he's in front of an audience, so maybe that's why he's being nice.
He's gotta play it up a little bit.
I'm so cute. Then the Kaleidoscope group, I don't remember what they talked about.
I don't remember what they said either.
I just looked at Tokia's face. I just remember being like, Tokia, he said something. Oh, made my heart flutter. I don't remember what he said, but it was something nice.
Something very Tokia.
Yeah, something Tokia-ish. So something like very serious or like sentimental. Oh no, I remember they talked about how like Yamato helped them stretch.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
And then we get to see it after the
Yeah, you can
credits.
see it in the credits.
Damn it! I didn't see that because at my screening they cut it off. Like they told us to get out of the theater
What
as soon
the
as it
fuck?
stopped. As soon as the encore thing started playing, so like it's over. They started turning the lights
Oh,
on.
dude,
and,
I
lowering
remember
the volume
seeing
down.
people saying like complaining about that on Twitter.
That was like the only like sour part of my experience was like since they like overlapped it with other panels, they started like lowering down the music and like turning the lights on. Everybody was singing the encore at the end, and then something started playing at the very end, and then they cut it off, so we didn't see what it was.
Damn.
Damn.
It was all we saw was water bottles. That's all we saw. Yeah, that's what everybody was complaining about. But like that was the only sour part of my experience. They kind of got like I don't know. I don't want to say kicked out, but
They ushered everyone out.
Yeah, they're like, well, there's another panel coming, so sorry.
Leave, get out.
Yeah, like I said, that's the only like sour part of my experience. Everything else was great, and I'm very appreciative to Sentai for bringing the movie to us. I want to reiterate that I'm very appreciative of that. So,
Thank you, Sentai.
thank you. Now back to what we were talking about.
Yeah, so then like so they talk about that, which was like really funny. Because it's like, oh, they're stretching, ooh. And then we get like the group songs, like the new songs, like the new group songs. So the first one is the Heavens one, which is
This one was my favorite.
The
Heaven.
Secret Shangri-La. It's super
I
good.
love that one.
That song is really, really good. That is the best
good.
Heaven song I've heard. Because I remember watching the Sixth Live and liking the Heavens group songs in that. But this one, 10 million times better. If all the Heaven songs sounded like that,
yeah,
I'd probably buy the CDs.
Like, dude, as soon as I heard that song, I went home and I looked it up on Spotify and SoundCloud, and I just kept playing it for like a whole like 2 hours. I was like, it's so good.
And you get them in their like actual outfits that you see in all the pictures and the posters and stuff. And all three groups' outfits are really nice. I really like them a lot. Very princely shit, you know.
Yeah.
Regular Utapri fodder, but it's like really nice. These are the nicest outfits, like group outfits they've had
In a while.
because the ones in season 4 at the end, like they're okay.
The white ones.
The white ones for Courts at Night are really nice. In season 4, like with Godstar and stuff. But I actually really like the Flight of the Future ones. And then like for Starish, the Legend Star or the We Are Starish ones, I like them, but I still think the best Starish costumes are 2000%.
Yeah, I would have to agree.
Because I hate the Revolutions outfits. I do not like them.
What
that
are those
much.
again? I don't even.
I don't even remember.
They're wearing like school uniforms, basically. But yeah, and like I like that they gave Heavens a different color this time because they always just wear blue shit all the time. And I'm like, that's nice. Like, I get it. Like, you don't want them to dress like starish, like all the same in the same colors and shit, even though they're like corresponding. They're like they have equivalents in starish or whatever. But like, you don't always have to dress them all in blue.
Yeah, there's other colors.
But I do
That
like
could-
the Heavens outfits for this. Those like greenish kind of outfits are really nice. They look like they're part of a marching band. So you got that song, it was nice, very fun. And then you get Flight of the Future, and everyone loses their shit. Because I feel like everyone loves Flight of the Future.
I love Flight of the Future.
I like that one, and I
it's
like
a
The
really-
World Is Mine. The World Is Mine is my favorite.
It's a really good Quartet Night song. I still think Godstar is the best Quartet Night song that's ever been made ever
I
in the
agree,
history
though.
in the history of Utapri. But Flight of the Future is still really good. It's like second best for me. It's because Godstar, like Flight of the Future, like doesn't have the same kind of like moments in Godstar that I fucking love personally, but Flight of the Future is really nice. It's really fun. I like seeing I and Reiji high five.
Woo. Yeah.
That part was always cool.
And they're performing on those little like cogs.
Yeah.
Like, that's cool.
It's very like steampunk. I really like Flight of the Future. Yeah, I like seeing them like on these like rotating cog platforms, and like they have really good harmonies in this song, which I think is the best part about it. Is like hearing all four of their voices. Because a lot of people, I've heard a lot of people say that like, oh, they don't really like harmonize in Utapri songs. They're all singing the same melody.
They do.
Which I'm like, okay, maybe at the beginning of the franchise, sure, but like at this point in the franchise, no. There are harmonies.
Yes.
And they're really good. I remember when I first got into Utapri, like to the point where like I was listening to all the songs, and like now any Utapri song, like I can tell you who exactly is singing what.
Yeah, that's why I like The World Is Mine, because that first like minute of like the harmonizing at the very beginning.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that stuff. It's so good.
Like acapella stuff.
And
And then after Flight of the Future, we get the best Stars song, in my opinion. This is the best Stars group song in the history of Utapri up to this point, Ultra Blast. It's so fun. Personally, I think it's the best Stars song. So I really like Ultra Blast. Some of their dance moves, I'm like, what the hell is that? Just because it looks weird on like the 3D models, but
yeah,
it's a fun
dude,
song.
It's a jam.
It's a fucking bop, dude. Like, I really like Ultra Blast a lot.
Yeah. You can tell if I like a song because I'll play it like a billion times.
Yeah,
I'll never get tired of it.
It's so good. I like that they end with that song. Like, out of all the group songs, that's the last one. But I like the visuals. Like, do you see, like, the fire effects?
Yeah.
And, like, confetti and shit. Kind of reminds me of, like, in the Shining Live effects when you're playing the game. I liked in the, like, the con experience, like, when it gets to that part where they, like, say whatever the fuck that one line is. I don't remember what it is. I don't remember what they say. But it's like the spoken line. Because I remember, like, when they said that, like, at the Anime Expo panel, like, when we were watching it, everyone screamed after that. Like, we all lost our shit. They say, Moeru yona yume o, which means a dream that feels like it's burning, apparently.
It's the fire.
Yeah, that part, when they said that, everyone was screaming. I don't know if you remember that happening, Chantal.
I do not remember.
Okay, well, I remember everyone losing their shit there. Maybe it was just me. Because it was like a quiet part in the song, because like the music stops and they say that line. And then
Damn, I have no memory about this song anymore. I just remember that, whoa, that's funny.
And the song gets back to, yeah, it's one of those songs where like the calls were easier, I guess, because like...
I think most of the calls were in Japanese.
Yeah, they are, I think. Yeah. Song's really good though. So that happens, and then they talk again for like a couple minutes.
And we get the little trio groups, which is Heaven, Starish, and Quartet Night together singing to finish off the whole thing.
Isn't that song just called Maji Love Kingdom, I think?
I think so.
Yeah, I don't remember what it sounds like at all.
It basically sounds like what you would hear at the very end of a Utapri live.
Yeah, pretty much, where they all sing like some song at the end. But
Is that the one they did where they did like
The little hand thing.
montage.
Yeah, they like say each other's names and they do each other's like hand movements, which
Mhm.
I'm like, that's cute. Like Heaven says starish, so they do the
I
star,
don't remember. I just know
and then
somebody did Heaven's Quartet
and
Night,
then
and
like I think Quartet Night does Heavens and they do the little H thing.
Oh.
It's like their little movement, and then Starish does Quartet Night, and I didn't know that
No good.
like
Quartet I had a move.
I didn't know this hand movement was the Quartet Night. I'm like, what the hell is that? How is that Quartet Night?
What is it?
It's like you put your
it's almost similar to Heaven's.
it's like you put your thumb, your index finger, and your middle finger out like three,
Yeah.
and you just like move it back and forth.
Oh.
It's like Quartet Night, like up, down. It's fucking weird. I don't know. The only one that makes sense the most is the Starish one.
The
So you just make a
star.
star.
Yeah.
The star.
You just make a star. But yeah, Heavens is like the little H. It's like you're doing like a rock and roll symbol, but like you squeeze your fingers together so it looks more like an H, like the top of an H, and then like yeah, the three fingers is like Quartet Night. How the fuck that works out, I don't know, because it's three. Three is not a quartet, but whatever. And that's really all I remember of that song. Like I don't remember what it sounds like.
I just know there's like, obviously the Maji Love Kingdom thing at the end. I don't know what.
Yeah,
what's
and
the
then they all get on the train and it flies away.
and they leave.
And they leave.
Yeah.
They say
Yeah.
bye. Go home.
Hi. Hope you enjoyed the concert. Bye.
Yeah. Now go home, everybody. We're all tired. And that's the movie. And then you get the credits when Encore starts to play.
Oh, I almost cried.
Dude, I feel like everyone was crying. We were all crying when it was over because like, no, I don't want it to be over.
People
I
were
don't want it to
singing
end.
it. Yeah.
But we were singing that. I think those lyrics were correct at Anime Expo.
Yeah.
Those were correct because everyone was singing them.
Life is beautiful.
Life is beautiful. I hope we don't get a copyright strike. We won't. I like that song. We could talk about that song too because it's technically a song from the movie. It's a
Mhm.
good song, good theme.
The video's great. I like the video because it's really simple.
Video's nice,
It's really nice.
very sweet.
Mhm.
I really like Encore. It's not my favorite Utapri opening like theme, but it's very
Is it
close.
still the one for season 3?
Yeah, season 3 is my favorite. I fucking love
Oh.
that song. It's so good.
I like the one for 1 and 2.
I mean, because I feel like the third season OP is my favorite because of the visuals mostly.
Oh, them flying out of the air.
They
balloon?
jump off a
Or the-
fucking
of a
blimp. How cool is that? I don't know why. It's just, and I like how the visuals in the third opening like go with the song. Like it goes with the music. But anyway, Encore is a really good song.
Yeah.
And then you get like pictures in the credits, like
Mon-
yeah, like a montage of pictures. You know how like every season of the show ends, like the last
Yeah.
episode, you get like the pictures of like what happened right after or whatever. In this, you get to see who else was there that you didn't know was there watching. So like you
Everyone.
see the teachers are there
Woo!
and Tomo-chan, which
Yay!
everyone screams like woo yeah woo.
Tomo-chan.
For everybody, woo! You get to you see that well of course fucking Shining Satsume and Raging Otori are there, looking like ha ha ha, we did it again. We made money. and then you get to see Haruka and she's like watching like from the wings of like the stage. And dude, we all fucking cheered when we got to see her. Like I was cheering because I was like, oh my god, that's so fucking cute. I think they even mentioned they were very happy that we cheered for Haruka.
Yeah, I know. I think it was a translator lady that said this. They were like, oh, like they were pretty like shocked that Haruka got a lot of like.
Cheers.
Mhm.
Which I'm
They
like,
did not expect that, so I'm like,
I'm like-
yes.
I'm like, yeah, we love.
We cheer for everybody.
We cheer for everyone. Well, not everyone, but
Almost everyone.
she's the MC. Come on. And then yeah, you get to see all of their water bottles, which was cute. I'm glad they were all labeled.
Mhm.
And then that's the end. That was it. So I guess now our overall thoughts. What do you guys think is next for the franchise? I guess. I mean, we kind of know, but you know.
Yeah. I mean, there's another live coming.
Yes, there
Next
is
year.
another live. Well, it's already this year.
I mean, later on this year.
It's 2020. No, it's all good.
We got
I
3
know.
months to go.
I know we're still in that like it's 2019 mentality,
Yeah.
but it's not. It's 2020.
Yeah.
We're in 2020 now. Yeah, we're gonna get
Yep.
the 7th stage is coming in
Woo!
April.
Yay.
It will be for 2 days in
In-
the MetLife Dome
Mm-hmm.
in I think it's in Saitama in Japan. I think at this live they're gonna play the song. They're gonna perform the songs from the movie.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I hope maybe their new solo song, the Star solo songs too. At least like in terms of solo songs, they would perform
Yeah.
those ones. It would make sense because like all of the solo CDs are out now, and
Mhm.
we've never heard them performed live.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's gonna be those songs and the songs from the movie. I think that's pretty much all it's gonna be like at the live, because it's a lot of songs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But we'll have to see. So that's what's next. What's happening, and of course we have
Yeah,
Shining Live
We
still.
have the game, the Vita game.
Yeah,
Coming
get a
to
new
Switch.
Vita game. Not a Vita game, it's a Switch game. We have the old Vita games and the old PSP games are getting ported to the Switch.
Mm-hmm.
What's that thing that people keep talking about, the Dulce Vita thing?
Yeah, Dolce Vita is the new Utapri game. That one is going to be Switch exclusive. Like, that's the first game on the Switch. For Utapri, that's going to be the new game. And that is going to have Heavens in it. In terms of, like, Utapri stuff, yeah, we're getting that. They just announced that for their birthdays this year, they're giving us goddamn wedding rings for some reason.
Rings.
Promise rings, wedding rings, same shit.
Same difference.
If you're just counting stars, we getting 7 rings. Ariana Grande reference there. I don't even listen to her music, but I hope we get new drama CDs soon. I feel like we are due for drama CDs. Like original drama CDs in terms of like the Shining Masterpiece stuff.
And of course the release of the movie on Blu-ray for us.
Yes.
At some point.
The Sentai release. Because damn, they really gave the Japanese fans like a good Christmas present because it came out on Christmas Day.
I mean, I could import it, but I was like,
We could, like, you could totally import it right now if you want to, but I want subtitles because I want to know what they're saying. I would much rather, because I also want to buy it from Sentai to let them know, like, hey, I want more Utapri stuff. If they would release the lives on DVD with subtitles, I would buy the fuck out of that too.
You'd buy all of them.
Nudge, nudge, wink, wink, Sentai. If you can get the licensing for that.
They don't do live stuff, right?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Crunchyroll barely started doing live stuff. I know they tested it out with like fucking Naruto, but who the fuck cares about Naruto? Like no. Like out of all the things they could have picked, they went with fucking Naruto.
And because everything has like a stage show at this point. Like everything. All the sports anime have fucking stage shows.
Yep.
They could have gone with Haikyuu. Sorry, can you tell I'm a little salty about that?
And so do most of the idol shows most of the idol shows do have stage shows, plays.
They could have gone with the Yamushi Pedal live shit.
They had a lot of options, but they went with fucking
the most basic ass pick.
Oh my god.
Sorry if you guys like Naruto. Yeah, not my thing.
Not us.
I'm not super into that, like...
My brother was, I'm not.
So yeah, Crunchyroll or Sentai.
Hint.
Please do the Utapri lives. But yeah, in terms of, like, Utapri news, like, that as... I hope they announce something at the end of the next live. Because they always announce stuff. Like, at the end of the 6th live, they announced that the movie's in production. So, hopefully, we get an announcement for something that hasn't already been announced. I would assume it's going to be something that's not been announced yet. Maybe a season 5, because I would watch that.
Maybe.
I hope. I want to see them perform at the Triple S. Like, they made such a big...
Still haven't done that yet.
They made such a big deal about it in season 3 and 4. So, like, why not show me that? Like, show them go international. Because that's one of the other things that, like, when we, at Anime Expo, like, I don't think they knew how big of a, like, applause they were gonna get. Till it happened. Like, I think they were very surprised. They didn't think, like, we would be screaming our heads off.
The whole time.
Think
they would get that type of reaction.
And I mean, we didn't just have people like from here. Like, people came from like all
From
over the world
everywhere,
to
yeah.
go see it. So like, clearly, like, y'all have fans.
It has a wide reach.
Not just in Japan. Yeah, it reaches a wide range of people from all different parts of the world. I mean, they were shocked that some girls came from Saudi Arabia.
I know, Mama was, oh my gosh, I will never forget that reaction. He was like, Saudi Arabia! Like, he could not stop saying it the whole
He's like,
time.
oh my
He
God.
was just like, so shocked.
Aw. Because, like, it's not just Twitter and the social media that has a wide reach for this type of, like,
Yeah.
fandom. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
if you give us a chance, people will come and watch. So, I mean, hey, we got the chance. People came. There you go.
It's all about taking the risk, I think.
Thank you, Sensei, for the risk. Thank you.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I mean, I feel like a lot of companies are just like, no one's gonna like it, blah, you know, whatever. We'll license it and just put it on DVD. Here you go. If you liked this popular thing, you'll probably like this less popular thing that we've licensed for some reason. Like, when it should just be, here, take all of this. As much as we're just throwing stuff at you. If Utapri, like, doesn't get as big as it is in Japan over here, I don't care.
It doesn't matter, yeah.
I'm still gonna love it. I'll still import shit from Japan if that's what I have to do to get stuff. I don't really care. And the good thing about Utapri as well is like we're still gonna get merch forever. Since they're already thinking past 10 years of like, you know, they want to keep the franchise alive.
Not alive. Let's say alive.
Well, like,
going.
keep it going. I'm sure whatever they're gonna announce at the end of the 7th live might have something to do with the 10th anniversary, maybe. I mean, I'm just happy they made an English or a global server for Shining Live.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause I never thought that would happen in a million years, and it did.
Yeah.
So, good on you. Thanks, K-Lab. Now put independence in the goddamn game, you cowards.
Yeah, because they asked us for, like, consent. What is it? They just recently asked us for consent for over 16 or whatever it was. I was like, what is that for? For the Caleb thing?
It means they want to...
Does that mean we can say sexy now?
I don't know. It's not a forbidden word anymore? I don't know. I think, though, that is going to be it for this bonus episode. Well, thank you guys so much for listening to us talk about Maji Love Kingdom. If you had the chance to go see the movie, let us know of your experience in the comments below. Whether you were also at Anime Expo or at any other con they showed the movie at, or if you just saw it in theaters, let us know your experience and how much fun you had. Because regardless of whether you saw it at a con or in the movie theaters, it was fun to watch. And let us know if you're going to buy it on DVD, or if you already bought a Japanese import, or if you're going to wait for the Sentai release. Let us know in the comments as well. And if you would like more Utapri content, please let us know as well, since it is, like I said, the 10th anniversary for Uta no Prince-sama, like the whole franchise in general series. Without further ado, we're going to head on out, guys. Make sure you subscribe and follow us on Twitter, on our podcast accounts. It's all going to be in the description. Follow all three of us on Twitter, on our personal Twitter accounts.
Yes, for more random stuff that we say that's not on this podcast.
Yeah, exactly. If you want to hear us or see us be how we actually really are off recording, then yeah, go follow us. Subscribe to Chantal and I. We each have our own YouTube channels. Those will also be in the description. We do make Utapri content on our respective channels, so yay.
Yay.
And this week's full episode, or this month's full episode, sorry, I'm tired, it's 11 o'clock at night, is going to be on Run with the Wind, so please get your questions in for that. We have a pinned post on Twitter for you guys to ask questions to about Run with the Wind, so please go ask your questions by replying to that tweet, so that way we can answer them in our episode recording, and so that way you guys can, you know, hear our juicy thoughts about Run with the Wind, which will be out later this month. And so be on the lookout for that by hitting the little bell icon when you subscribe, so that way you're notified every time we post a video. Once again, thank you guys for watching. This has been me, Mia,
Chantal.
And Erica.
and we'll see you guys in our next video. So bye.
Bye.
Bye.